on what the fuck is happening on a Saturday. How's everybody doing, man? We're gonna talk about college football, man, and then we're gonna work ourselves, man. So let's go through this damn college football games. The main one, is freaking Ohio beats Michigan 27-9. I think it did take a while for Ohio to get going, right? Michigan actually left for a little bit there, 6-3. But then eventually, I think first of all at 6-0, then 6-3. But then eventually, it was 10-9 there for a while. Then finally they started separating themselves when it was 17-9, and then they ended up winning 27-9. But it did take a while. But eventually Ohio State did take over this game and winning it 27-9. It was a snowy game, But Michigan, they had a few chances, but every time they got to the red zone, they could only get field goals. Pendejo face, man. Otherwise, it would have been at least 27-21. Wouldn't have been a little bit more close, interesting game. But Michigan had a few chances at the start there, but they couldn't get any touchdowns, only field goals. Eventually, Ohio State started getting touchdowns. And like I said, they ended up winning it 27-9. Texas Tech beats Virginia 49-0. Indiana beats Purdue 56-3. Georgia beats Georgia Tech 16-9. Ole Miss beats Mississippi State 38-19. Lane Kiffin will announce apparently tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. He's having a meeting with his players, and he's going to make a decision whether he's taking, I guess, the LSU job or staying with Ole Miss. We'll see what happens there, man. Utah beats Kansas 31-21. Arizona beats Arizona State 23-7. Oregon beats Washington 26-14. Oklahoma beats LSU 17-13. Oklahoma continues to win, man. Notre Dame beats Stanford 49-20. Alabama beats Auburn 27. This is another game I watch. It looked like a blowout, man. It was 17-0, but then Auburn got themselves back in it, and they ended up tying it 20-20. But then Alabama ended up winning it 27-20. Auburn just continues to shoot themselves in the foot with fumbles, man. Holy free holies. Fumble after fumble after fumble. Holy free. My dad walked away on this game. He called Auburn pendejos, and he ended up walking away on this game. Yeah, they had a few chances, but they kept making mistakes, man. BYU beats Central Florida 41-21. Miami beats Pittsburgh 38-7. Vanderbilt beats Tennessee 45-24. USC beats UCLA 29-10. Virginia beats Virginia Tech 27-7. California beats SMU 38-35, and Tulum beats Charlotte 27-0. And for a lot of these teams, it was the final. It was their final. It was it for them, man. Their season ended tonight. Some will go to the playoffs, some will not. Now I think there will be some next week. It's the conference championship games. I think Alabama plays Georgia and the SEC. I think, what was it? Is it Ohio State? Is it Indiana, Ohio State in the SEC? I don't know. Excuse me, in the Big Ten. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, man, officially the final day of the season. Next week, it's the conference championships. And then after that, the playoffs start, man. I think the playoffs start like the 20th or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think the Heisman is the 13th. But anyways, whatever. So it's over. We'll see what the committee does with the playoffs, man. We'll see what happens. But we start to see next week because of the conference championship games. But that's it. Lane Kiffin will make a decision tomorrow whether he's going to LSU or staying in Ole Miss. Baseball, I think Ryan Hazley went to Baltimore Orioles. So Brian Hazley goes to the Baltimore Orioles. So a nice little chicken nugget there. Ryan Hazley going to the Baltimore Orioles. Basketball, not really. I don't think there was any much news. Football injuries. I think Bucky Irving and Baker Mayfield are scheduled to play. Aaron Rodgers is scheduled to come back and play. Jaren Jackson is, Jackson Dart is scheduled to come back and play. CJ Stroud is scheduled to come out and play. Daniel Jones with a fractured in his knee is expected to play. That's a huge Big Mama game between Indianapolis and Houston for the AFC South division. Let's see what happens there, man. But it should be a fun day of football tomorrow. The night games suck ass. I think it's Denver, Washington. I think Monday it's New England, New York. Jesus Christ. And I don't think Jay Daniels is playing for Washington. So it's going to be Marcus Mariota versus that Denver Broncos defense. Holy free holidays. But anyway, I think that's it. Lane Kiffin, like I said, he's going to make his decision tomorrow. My guess is he's leaving. Why would you have a meeting if... I don't know. I think he's going to end up leaving. I don't know if you... Why do you need to have a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning if you're just going to say you're staying? I don't know. He has a history. I think he was Tennessee, USC, offensive coordinator in Alabama. He even coached the Raiders for a while. He tends to switch teams. It's something that I think it's kind of normal for him to just bounce around. History says he's going to do it, so we'll see what the future holds. Remember, LSU still fighting with Brian Kelly. They own him $55 million. They don't want to pay it to him. Brian Kelly saying, you committed. They're like, yeah, but we fire you with a cost. And Brian Kelly's like, no, you did not. You fired me the normal way, which is we were not successful and we didn't win enough games. But it wasn't any off the field situation. I didn't have any trouble. And so they're arguing. They might have to go to court. Huge mess with that. But we'll see what that. But they still might get Lane Kiffin as well, man. I don't know how much money they're gonna pay Lane Kiffin. I think they ended up paying like $100 million to Brian Kelly, and now they have to pay him $55 million guaranteed, or however the hell it is, allegedly. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Lane Kiffin says tomorrow in his meeting. I'm gonna go watch Survivor Series. That's what I'm gonna go do tonight. I'm gonna go watch Survivor Series. And yeah, man, everybody have a fun night. Football tomorrow. I think the best games are probably gonna be Indianapolis, Houston, and probably Pittsburgh, Buffalo. I think are gonna be the best games. And like I said, I think the night game sucks ass, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, I mean, not too bad of a Sunday slate when we lost like 4 games to Thanksgiving, but the Sunday night game does suck. I wish they would have flexed it. Why you not flex that? Especially knowing Washington is struggling, Jay Daniels is hurt. I don't know why they didn't flex it, man. Jesus Christ, I'd rather see Shedeur Sanders play San Francisco. That sounds more interesting, honestly. I don't know why the NFL did not flex the Sunday night game between the Denver and the Washington to something a little bit more interesting, honestly. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I don't care. Put Cleveland, San Francisco. Let me watch Shedeur Sanders versus that San Francisco defense led by Robert Saleh. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm a professional. We'll keep watching everything. It's been a struggle of a week so far, man. All the favorites have lost 0-4. The favorites went. 3 out of the 4 teams did not win at home outside of the Cowboys. It's been a very weak start to the week. What was it? Week 13 of the NFL season. Let's see. I'm assuming, obviously, my Uncle Miguelito is panicking. I had to calm him down about everything. Because he's like, we need to go with underdogs. I'm like, that's stupid. The thing about an upset is you don't see it coming. So if we try to predict upsets, we're just going to get ourselves in even more trouble. But it's been a very weird week with upsets, man. Everybody's been upsetting everybody. But I have a feeling tomorrow we might see a little bit more. But tomorrow should even out and be a little bit more normal. But we'll see what the future holds, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Mexican fat ass. I'm gonna get ready to call it a night here pretty soon and go watch war games. Oh shit, I'm gonna shit my pants. And yeah, man, I'll holler at you guys tomorrow for the NFL. Hopefully we get some good NFL games tomorrow on a damn Sunday night. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to milk it to make it 10 minutes. It's at 9 minutes. I'm just trying to. I kind of want to do a 10-minute show, but we're about 15 seconds from a 10-minute show. But yeah, man. Shit. We'll be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Holla. All right, have a good night, everybody. We will be back tomorrow. Holy frijoles.